So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The crowd rises for the national anthem of South Korea. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I played in a fair few derbies, Peter, and in my time, derbies were derbies.
Well, I had a feeling you might say something like that, Jim.
Well, for this one, while I'm not expecting a fully fledged derby, it will be very combative, very competitive at least. It can't be anything else.
There's the whistle, and here we go. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. And a chance! Dispatched clinically. And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Lee Kang-in. And here's Son Heung-min. Lee Kang-in. Son Heung-min. Chance! And he's found the net! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Was there ever any doubt?
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Lee Kang-in. Steaming on goalwards. Now there's a fine ball. No, that's overhit. Looking to play him in. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he thumps it clear. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Just eases him off the ball. Lee Kang in. Knocks it into space. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Distributed tidily.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Two added minutes has been
Kim Min
indicated.
Jae. Now it's Son Heung-min. It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free. Cross goes in there. Shoots! Goal! Republic of Korea! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And that is all they have time for. South Korea have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. And we are up to the break.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. South Korea are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players. Substitution in progress.
And we get things going again. South Korea do look as though they've made a... He's in one-on-one. Son Heung-min! And he's stuck it away. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. South Korea now in a position far more desirable.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's in plenty of space here. Can he finish? And it's there! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
After 59 minutes is number 10.
North Korea cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
South Korea do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Tries to pass it through. Lee Kang-in. Is there any support? Shot a goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Substitution for North Korea. Number
South
13.
Korea with the corner.
Coming
They're
on to
first.
replace him is number 12.
Here's the header!
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Great vision. That has found him in acres of space. He has found the way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Substitution for North Korea.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Great ball, and he's in here. Delivered with swing. Good read, needed to be.
South Korea surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Strokes it back, and he's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
I think we're just about done here. Driving through the middle. And the shot! Oh, good finish! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
South Korea, after 88 minutes, is number 19, Lee Kang-in.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
That's been cut out, well played. Chance here to counter. Can he get it through? It's out for a goal kick. Lee Kang-in. And the referee brings it to a close. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Son Heung-min claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
South Korea really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.